Good morning. Greetings from Janine in Panama. I am so happy to say that the sunny side of our new tropical garden has been absolutely fast-tracked forward because an intelligent woman knows when to say accept and ask for help. And I really love doing this work myself, but the physical labor of it was really taking a toll, and it's slow. And I don't mind the physical labor, or even that it takes a toll, but I'm committed to completing this garden before I have to go back to Colorado in just a couple weeks. So I called a dear friend and neighbor, Jan Carlos, who was our neighbor, the son of our neighbors, Maritza and Carlos, down in Kukui for 2 years, and he's been wanting work for so long. And he came yesterday, and you may recall the middle of the garden was planted. That's all finished and mulched and beautiful, and I've got 7 plants in the ground. And then everything on the right and everything on the far left down there, I'm not going to go down right now, were sitting on top of a garden filled with grass. He came over yesterday and he completely turned over all the soil, removed, for the most part, all the grass. I didn't even ask him to do it. He saw the giant pile of black earth Tierra Negra in the backyard there. I'll save you going over there, but he, on his own, without even being asked, understood this is to amend the soil. He brought fresh Tierra Negra in, and then he dug a hole for every plant. You might see that I have little green tape flags, frog tape, where each plant goes. He dug a hole for every plant, and God bless his soul, he actually checked the plant, which he and I had moved them all over to this side so that he had room to work. Sorry. He actually checked the dimensions of each plant to make sure he had made that hole large enough. For example, the ones on the end are a year old and they're big. And the ones right here were just bought and they're only in 1-gallon bags. I am so impressed with him. Then the last thing he did is he took any extra soil, he put some against the back because we had bare exposed concrete along the bottom of this fence wall. But the stuff he removed from the holes, he took out front of our seawall where we have a low area that we need to reinforce. I'm not going to walk up there right now. You can just take my word for it. He did an amazing job helping us start to move soil we don't need from here up to the front where we do want to reinforce our seawall from erosion that happened during construction. And I'll just show you what's going on as I've come down to the end. Paul's back, so he's going to be helping me some more with this afternoon. But I have got the first one in since he did his work, and oh my God, it was so easy. All I had to do was put some dry materials in the bottom and then put the plant in the way I wanted it arranged. Put some of my beautiful amended soil with cow manure in around the plant, and then rake in some of the soil that he has around it. My last step will be to get some of the dry leaf mulch that Paul gathered for me over a period of a couple of months during the dry season, and we will cover all this with dry mulch. So I'm moving on down the row, and we are on the fast track, baby. Now that they're all in the ground, pardon my spinning around, it's kind of nice to see them all at the genuine height they're going to be. These 2 on the end, this really is this big. This one should not be this tall. It obviously had grown reaching for light at the nursery, the farm where I got it. And so as the new leaf here comes off, I will cut off these taller leaves because the actual height of a plant like this is the same as that plant. That's the actual height of this plant when it does not have to struggle to reach for light. This is the Heliconia Mila, our first to bloom and our most prolific bloomer. Still got 5 blossoms in full bloom and new ones coming in. So we are fighting some caterpillars because, oh my gosh, it's the wet season. But so aside from that one plant that's growing a little leggy, these are pretty much what they're going to be like. So I'm thrilled. I'm going to say a quick message in Spanish to thank Juan. Juan does our lawn. Jan did this gardening help. Gracias a mi amigo y vecino Jan Carlos por su ayuda preparando mi tierra, remove el césped, poner mi tierra negra en allí y preparar cara abierto por las plantas. En el remove la tierra que no es necesaria aquí al frente del mar por protección de nuestro muro y cerca. Jan, gracias, su trabajo es perfecto y mira, todas las plantas están en sus abiertos y uno es totalmente listo ahora. So, ese es muy fácil ahora. Gracias, mi amigo. Muchas gracias. Tú eres parte de nuestra familia de espíritu. Y cuando yo retorno de Colorado, nosotros empezar en el otro lado, donde hay las plantas sin mucho sol. Gracias, Giancarlos. Tú eres el hombre. Chao.